Hello everyone. How are you guys? This is Simo from Game Reviews by Simo. Today, there is a question that I get asked more than once with the arrival of the PlayStation 5 Pro. In addition, people have been talking about this for a while. Should I buy a PC for gaming or a PlayStation 5 Pro? Especially that the PlayStation 5 Pro is supposed to be closer to the PC world, and it has become possible to have a decision in choosing the PC or PlayStation 5 Pro. So may answer now before we start on the subject, but in this video I will explain a quick comparison between the two, whether in terms of specifications, usage, or general things that many may not pay attention to, in addition to the cost and everything you need to know. It doesn't mean that in this video I will tell you which one is better, or I will show you games and show you which one is better. No. The subject is to be discussed in general, and I am sure that this subject will benefit many, or may give you information if you have a decision or are not interested in choosing a game, PC or PlayStation 5 Pro. I hope you liked the video and enjoy. We start the video now with the points of comparison, and we always start with the PlayStation as a console, then on the PC. And the first point to discuss is the ease of use in general. As for the PlayStation 5 Pro, the first time we mention the name of the device, no matter how strong it is, in the end, the console remains, which has always been the easiest choice to use in general. Whether in terms of movement or even the way of interacting with the device, whether for children or adults, they easily turn on the device and get started in games easily, because you are dealing with a simple subject, which is a device and a controller, and you work and play. Direct running, the first time you turn on the device, you will find yourself with a button in the gaming world. And if you get an update or these things, you will find it clear in front of you on the screen and kind of compulsory. Yeah, no, I'm not. Also, you can put the mobile phone in your backpack and it will move easily and take you wherever you want. In addition to the technical aspect, when you turn on the PlayStation, you will take the best and highest settings automatically. That means the games are optimized and you don't have many options to go deep into it. Turn on the device and you will see the best picture on the TV and play. As for the PC world, for those who are not used to it, it will be more difficult to use, and there are more steps to get to the experience. Starting with running the device and facing the system and downloading programs or different platforms, in addition to your basic settings and updates. After that, when you enter the games, you will have options to deal with each game and see the accuracy of the game until you reach the best settings to have the best experience. So these are the first things people deal with. Not everyone understands or is ready for, especially for people who don't have experience. It's easy to get them into the subject of having to prepare some software things and choosing drawings and these things before playing. The second point is the moving on the PC, which is supposed to be harder if it's a big device with its adapters, keyboard, mouse, and these things. Laptop gaming. But it should be noted that the ease of use is certainly more difficult than the console. For the second point, we talk about the power and ability between the PlayStation and the PC. We talk about the specifications. Let's start with the PlayStation 5 Pro. The PlayStation uses an AMD Ryzen 2 processor with 8 cores and 16 threads, and it gives 5 GHz in speed. And by the way, it is the same as the PlayStation 5. In terms of the processor, it is not different, it is the same, but this processor is very excellent and is still able to show us things in the future of its power. And they have developed other things in it that I will mention later. As for the processor in the PC world, we are talking about processors similar to the PlayStation, such as AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, or for example, Intel Core A12600. These CPUs are about the same as the PS Pro. The second point is about the graphics card, which is the one that developed in the PS Pro, which is the main reason for this release, because the graphics card in the PS Pro jumped to 67% more development, between 28% in the speed of memory, the moment of the graphics, and 45% in the speed of rendering and processing the graphics from the normal PS version. As for the PC world, in the graphics cards that are similar to the PS Pro, there's the NVIDIA RTX 4070 or AMD Radeon XR 7800. If you need something similar to the PS Pro, keep these processors in mind so that you can take the fork and track the rays at the same time. And for the rest of the specs in the PS Pro, it offers an AI support feature, which is PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or in short PSSR, which will automatically fix the PlayStation library completely, of course, after a few updates, and it tries to deliver you games in an official upscale, and a high accuracy that gives you the feeling of fork with very fast frames, in addition to tracking the rays. It is literally the main feature in the PlayStation 5 Pro. As for the PC, this feature is considered old in a way. It is present in the graphics cards, whether from NVIDIA or AMD. It is available in NVIDIA on a so-called DLSS, which is deep learning supersampling, which has now reached the 3rd edition. Approximately. In short, this doubles the frames and enhances the sharpness of the image and makes you upscale as if it were 4K. It's also available in AMD G+, and it's a feature called FSR, meaning that it's the first time the console gets this feature, and it's available in the GPS in the PC world. So you don't have a problem with this feature. It's available in everything. As for the rest of the specs, of course, they're all the same. The PS Pro, or even the computers in general, are all supported by the fast memory, the M.2 SSD, so that the data transfer is super fast. In order for the developers to take their time creating the drawings because they are focused on the speed of the SSD by transferring and saving the information in the vision on the screen. For me, the third point to compare is the gaming library. First, in general, the PlayStation as a platform is considered the #1 in terms of games in the console world. Also, it is often the choice of developers for AAA games. You always see PlayStation get the most attention, in addition to the most exclusives as a console platform. And for me, its library is very huge. It talks about a lot of diversity. And if you are subscribed to the PlayStation Plus service, you will get about 450 games waiting for you. Speaking of PlayStation games, I expect the number to reach thousands. But the most important thing about PlayStation games, and keep in mind that if you decide to choose a PlayStation 5, the platform will always be ahead or rich in first-party exclusives that are of very high quality. As we know, PlayStation always has strong exclusives. So those who live with the subject of exclusives, always keep in mind that in PlayStation, do not go to another platform that may be different for you every time. And that's one of the reasons why they're so stuck in the PlayStation platform. On the other hand, in terms of the PC, the office is twice as big as any console. The reason is that all platforms exist in the PC world. Imagine that the Steam platform alone has about 50 games. In other words, the history of video games, as we know it today, is in your hands. And if you want to go to other platforms, you have no problem. Battle.net, Ubisoft, Xbox, all of them have epic games. All of these platforms the PC. In addition, the PlayStation platform itself is available on the PC. And they presented about 50 games. Also, the exclusives gradually take a year or two. Then it is available on the PC, which comes from the PlayStation. Speaking of games, there's not a word about it on the PC. As for the next point, we'll talk about the game options. How do different platforms provide different experiences? First, with the PC, as we know by the way of the original and basic game, just a controller, a device, and launch. This is the normal situation in the console world. But the nice thing about the PlayStation is that it opened up the field more. And it's different from the console devices. Because they presented the VR device, which is the virtual reality glasses. The nice thing about it is that it's rich in games. And they presented about 100 games. Gran Turismo, which I play weekly on VR. The great thing about the VR2 for PlayStation is that it has high tech. It's the highest hardware available today. Also, PlayStation gives you options when you want to play on the smartphone, iPad and other devices, or even their portable device. And of course, we don't forget accessories like the remote, cars, and others. As for the PC world, you're talking about unlimited options. You can imagine everything in the world of PC games, or the rights in the PC, also with a very high quality. In the PC, you play normally on the keyboard and mouse. If you don't like it, go to any controller, no matter if it's PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, any controller you can think of, it works on the PC. Also, the VR devices, any VR you see in the market, all of them are working on the PC. Even the PlayStation VR2 is officially supported on the PC. This is not the other accessories and weird ideas in the PC world. So you're talking about the gaming options, something endless in the PC world. The next point is important for a lot of people, and it is the community of players on the platforms. First, in the PlayStation, one of the most important things that distinguishes the PlayStation is the community of players. We all know that it is the first platform in the world, or let's say the most famous platform for players. And you can easily find almost every house or every friend has a PlayStation device. Therefore, you will always find players available in games everywhere. And you will often see all your friends have a PlayStation. It's very easy to join the PlayStation community. Even in online games, most of the time, the platform gets players in the PlayStation world who play online games. Because in the end, the platform is #1 in the world. As for the PC, it's also a huge and diverse community, and it's easy to get players, but sometimes some games face difficulties. Because you don't know, for some players, you will find a platform different from your platform, which all of you are in a PC device, but you are in different platforms. I mean, if the game didn't have crossplay, it's hard for you to find each other. You may also need some programs to reach your friends or even the players. This is different if, for example, you are specialized in your PC, but your friends are not able to buy a PC, and therefore, they will be separated from you in their platforms. The gaming community is not easy, especially in the Arab region. It is not easy to find Arab players, but at the same time it is not as bad as one imagines. There is a PC community in all games, but it is always less than the console. Now we are talking about an important point of comparison, which is the issue of saving or budget. But let's say, for example, you heard the points above and you don't have a problem with the cost issue. It will be easier for you, so focus only on what we said, and also see what suits you from the platforms regardless of the price. But if we talk about the price, we start with the PlayStation. PlayStation 5 Pro in the Arab region does not decrease its price from 800 to 1000, depending on the country and the tax. And maybe more in some countries. This is different if you want to take the console with the disk drive on the side and the carrier with it, or for example, you want to participate in the gaming subscription. So you're going to get to about 200, if not more. Of course, let's not forget that PlayStation games are expensive and are considered one of the most expensive platforms in selling games that start from 70 and go up to 80 or more. So we put in mind the subject of investment later in the games. This is not a matter of the price of the console. As for the PC world, if you want to collect a PC, it's similar to the PS Pro specs, and you get the same results, or maybe even better. You can easily pay from 300 to 800, or maybe 20. This depends on where you buy the parts, and the type of parts you get, or the brands. Also, keep in mind that you have to get a 4K gaming screen with fast frames to see the same experience on the PS Pro. This is not about the other accessories and game subscriptions. It's true that PC games are cheaper, but I don't know honestly right now the prices are fluctuating everywhere. I can say that in both cases, whether PlayStation or PC, you will pay almost the same amount on any platform you choose. So the issue of you saving money, and this platform has become cheap for you, this talk is a bit difficult. But now I will tell you my personal opinion if someone asks me what to take for PS Pro or PC, and this really happened and asked me more than one person. That's why I made this video to discuss this topic, of course. Before I answer, I have to see the person himself. Is he practicing and integrated and understood in dealing with these matters? Speaking of the PC, if you know that you don't have a problem with it, I'll immediately recommend it to you and tell you to take it without hesitation. Because you are dealing with a huge platform, other than the issue of games that are very extensively expanded, it is ultimately a PC. You want to make content in it, you want to study in it, you want to use it. Of course, you know that the PC is a sea of use. Also, it will be more available in the future in terms of the available games and options. However, there is an important condition here that the person does not have a problem in dealing with idle updates and game management, in addition to graphics and these things. But at the same time, I would like to remind you that these things have become very easy. A child in a week can close the file using the PC. On the other hand, if a person is not ready to go into the details of the PC and the settings of each game, or for example, he wants a device for his family and children, here I say stay away from the PC and stay on the console, something direct, turn it on, play and enjoy. Also, this choice is suitable for people who do not want to delve into the world of the PC, but want to play with a fantastic quality like the PlayStation 5. He doesn't have a problem with the PC, but he doesn't want to get into the details of the game and the settings. But at the same time, he wants to see the quality of the PC. Here, I would tell you to go and get the PlayStation 5 Pro, because it will give you the soul of the PC, but with a console. There are people who don't have the time to waste on the PC. They want to turn it on, sit on the couch, play directly on the screen, and enjoy. So, the PlayStation device will be a better and easier choice for him. We have now reached the end and I want to see your opinion in general. If you had to choose between the two, PS Pro or PC with the same specifications, which platform do you feel suits you more? Or why do you think it is the best? And what are the things you like in your choice or the things you hate in your choice? Let's chat and benefit from the comments. Share all your experiences with me in general. I would like to, and give me your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to support the video with a like and share the link. Simo was with you from Games Reviews by Simo. Goodbye.